What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on some recent comments that Stephen A. Smith made. Right now, Stephen A. Smith was on First Take, and he was talking about the Dallas Mavericks, and he says that he don't think that the Dallas Mavericks have anything to worry about. He thinks that the Dallas Mavericks will be okay. Now, this is after the Luka Doncic trade, and now Anthony Davis is hurt and out for they said will possibly be for the rest of the season. Kyrie has a hyperextended, not a hyperextended, but he tore like he tore his knee up really bad. So Kyrie is going to be out. So I can, and he says that so the only issue that the Dallas Mavericks have is injuries. Like so once everybody get back right and everybody get healthy, that you know the Dallas Mavericks will be good. But injuries is that's significant. You just can't say that that's the only issue that they have. And so he was drawing a comparison to the Phoenix Suns. Like the Phoenix got Kevin Durant, um what's the guy, Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, right? And so he said that he's more concerned about Phoenix not being able to make it, but I think in my opinion with the injuries that the Mavericks have had, I think that they in big trouble. Big trouble, not only for the rest of this year, but even moving forward. Kyrie is not getting any younger. This is not his first injury. Kyrie has been injured at least a couple, two or three other times where he had to miss significant amounts of time. And then you have to keep in mind that Kyrie is getting older. So, the older you get, with these injuries, the longer number one it takes for you to heal and come back. And number two, you closer to the end of your career. So you're it'll have a more devastating effect on your playing ability because you're older. And then Anthony Davis again. Anthony Davis also, Anthony Davis is pretty he's getting up in age. So, who knows when Anthony Davis is going to come back. Then on top of that, when he do come back, how effective will Anthony Davis be? You know, so I think that the Dallas Mavericks are in just as big a trouble as the Phoenix Suns. Now, the Phoenix Suns don't have the injuries issues that the Mavericks have, but they still both teams still have their issues. And you know, but I think that they're still in trouble. Phoenix issue is they don't have any chemistry. Number one, number two, Phoenix don't have. They needed a point guard. They didn't. They don't have a good point guard. So that was, in my opinion, that's Phoenix issue. They don't have a great point guard. I think a great point guard, somebody like a Chris Paul or Mike Conley, I think that would definitely help out the Phoenix Suns. As a matter of fact, the last time Phoenix went to the championship, they had a great point guard. They had Chris Paul. So if I had to choose a team between them, if I had to choose between the Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, like who is in better shape, I would have to pick Phoenix. They got Devin Booker, like I said, and Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. Really all they need is a point guard. They just need a great point guard. And but the Mavericks, they are not healthy at all. And that is a big issue. You just can't, Stephen A. Smith just can't gloss over that and just say, when they're healthy, they right. And that's true. Yeah, when Anthony Davis is healthy, he's a very good basketball player. When Kyrie is healthy, excellent basketball player, right? But you gotta be you gotta be healthy. the best ability they say is availability. So that's not something that you can just really just gloss all over. You have to be you got to be healthy. And I think the Dallas Mavericks are in really big trouble. That trade, when they move Luka Doncic out of there, that trade really it's not really panning out for them. Even if Anthony Davis come back next year, it's just looking like that trade is not panning out for him. If I thought that if the Mavericks could have gotten if they could have gotten a on a run this season, if he could have stayed healthy and they could have gotten to the playoffs, I think they could have did some damage. But that it didn't work out that way. Anthony Davis is hurt. And so yeah, they in big trouble in my opinion. Um, I would be surprised, as a matter of fact, I would be surprised if the Mavericks even made the playoffs, because like I said, Kyrie is going to be out for a while. Anthony Davis is going to be out for a while. They may not even, and even before Kyrie got hurt, they were talking about if the Mavericks was to sneak into the playoffs, they were still not even going to try to bring Anthony Davis back early. They didn't want to bring Anthony Davis back. So even if the Mavericks had gotten into the playoffs, they wanted to allow him to rest up, heal up, and be ready for next year. And so now you got two ball players who are out who probably won't come back till next year. So it's not looking like the Mavericks, in my opinion, especially in the West. The West is tough, so I don't think they'll be able to sneak in there this year. And so that's why I say I definitely disagree with Stephen A. Smith. You just can't overlook those injuries, that they have, because that is, in my opinion, that's significant. That's very significant. And so yeah, that's my take. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.